wicked side of town where you had to be down or your ass would get beat down. The wicked side of the streets turned me into a G, had no choice but to fight my enemies. I grew up on the wicked side of town where you had to be down or your ass would get beat down. The wicked side of the streets turned me into a G, had no choice but to fight my enemies.
Don't try to test, motherfucker. I be from these wicked streets from Tacoma. Fuck all these busters and my enemies. They can suck my dick cause I'm clowning G in my town. Don't get snatched up, talking all that shit, you get beat up. Homie, we some real ones, I'm on the come up. I keep on hustling, and I'm shining. And I got that song there for my end. In my flows, I don't be lying. And the punk police, they be crying. And those snitches be hiding. Take a hit from this weed, I'm in the street, looking hella mean. I'm on the mission, trying to get this green. We in the studio, spitting nothing but heat.
I grew up on the wicked side of town where you had to be down or your ass would get beat down. The wicked side of the streets turned me into a G, had no choice but to fight my enemies. I grew up on the wicked side of town where you had to be down or your ass would get beat down. The wicked side of the streets turned me into a G, had no choice but to fight my enemies.
Non-stop, the block's hot, but it made me so cold. That's my mom's posse, she's raised me, no joke. My mind's lost, these demons taking control. I'm going crazy for show, but maybe it's gonna make me explode, you know? Going local with my cholos in a Lola before a photo. I lie, I'm mentiroso, I'm light like Sammy Sosa. And I see you BS like the Moses. Mi con nada es no, my familia West Rosa. Trying to get some head locked down like a choco. No joke though, he told her, be a host, see me solo. We beefy toast, but we told me your toast, though. This the coast here, we got our lokes. I'm posted up, dog, with my folks, y'all. Smoke it up, so get smoked on. Hold on, but we about the weed is out. Peace, my Jesus out, read the clouds. Eat a lot of beating streets like off to the grass. We become cop in an ounce. A lot of dope, hella yellow. We talking Rose Town. Second dimension, so you can call in your mouth. Shut up, river, go down, that carton goes down. Split a quick second through your foot, them cops, then roll loud, loud.
I grew up on the wicked side of town where you had to be down or your ass would get beat down. The wicked side of the streets turned me into a G, had no choice but to fight my enemies. I grew up on the wicked side of town where you had to be down or your ass would get beat down. The wicked side of the streets turned me into a G, had no choice but to fight my enemies. Growing up I knew I'd be part of that cycle for street survival where being down was vital, keeping trucha for my rivals. So fuck yeah, I was a cycle with no time for second chances or else the snake advances. So of course I won't have it, cause the street's cold. I got slipping in the fold, it happened just like I was told. Cause en las calles nadie necesito, cada si te resbalas solo caes. El más desmadre casi que siempre trucha, porque enemigas hay muchas. Quieto G y escucha la voz de las calles que dice que no te confíes de nadie, porque de frente todos son tus amigos, pero cuando es tiempo del brinco se convierten en putitos y no estuve listo, por eso caí al piso. I grew up on the wicked side of town where you had to be down or your ass would get beat down. The wicked side of the streets turned me into a G, had no choice but to fight my enemies. I grew up on the wicked side of town where you had to be down or your ass would get beat down. The wicked side of the streets turned me into a G, had no choice but to fight my enemies.